Hello, my name is Jeremy Jacobs. My persuasive speech will be over why I think medicinal marijuana should be legal in Arkansas and how it is a good alternative to prescription pain pills. The New York Times put an article out that drug overdoses are driving up the death rate of young white adults in the United States to levels not seen since the end of the AIDS epidemic. Deaths from opioids like hydrocodone, oxycodone, and methadone have quadrupled since 1999. And in 2014, about 2 million Americans were either abusing or dependent on pain pills. That's the CDC, per the CDC. This chart here I have right here is a little rough, but it shows the top number here is your total overall. You see up to 30,000. The number of deaths from prescription drugs, and then down here I also put in deaths from prescription opioids. The pink is female, the green is male. As you can see, in 2002, the females, they're roughly around 2,000, and it gradually goes up and steadily goes up until about 2007, and then it kind of has a dip until 2009, but it pretty much remains steady, and it starts inclining again until 2014, and I'm sure it's gone up since then. And white or males started out around 5,000, and it's pretty much a steady increase. A little jump here between 07 and 08, and then it stays up. There's a little drop right here between 2011 and 2013, and then it kind of skyrockets, and I'm sure that number has gone up in the last 2 years. And that's with prescription. That's like benzo, Xanax, Valium, barbiturate, stuff like that, which is another thing people use to treat their different ailments with. The checker dots here, women, they roughly start around 2,000, but you can see the increase. It may be hard to see, but they go up. 2007, they kind of drop a little. Between 2009, they stay steady. And pretty much they steady down to 2014, but that's probably went up. I could only find something up to 2014. And for males, they start out around 5,000. And they're gradually going up the early part of the 2000s, and then they really go up around 2005, and they kind of level off, and then they plummet around 2012 and 13, and then they go straight up. So this right here shows the number of deaths between prescription drugs and opioid prescription drugs, and these are your totals, and these are between male and female, and that's just not good. We need to find something better than that, and marijuana, medicinal marijuana, I believe, is a great alternative. The misconception of marijuana is people believe that people will be walking around smoking joints, to ease their pain, but there are more things. There are oils, there are edibles, there are drinks, there's butter. There's so many ways. I mean, it's revolutionized since the 70s, what just smoking a joint was. It's a Schedule 1 narcotic, which is the worst. I mean, there's 5 tiers, Schedule 1 through 5, and marijuana happens to be a Schedule 1 along with heroin, acid, and LSD, which is crazy because levels 2 and 3 have those pain pills on it. And it's a Schedule 1 because they couldn't find any valid reason or any valid medical purposes for it, or and it was addictive. But there are two parts of the plant: THC, which is tetranine tetrahydrocannabinol, and CBDs, cannabinoids. I watched a story on CNN with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. It was about a little girl named Charlotte Fiji. She was 3 years old. She was born with Dravet syndrome, and she had her first seizure at 3 months old. They kept getting worse and worse, and by the time she was 4, she could no longer eat, talk, or walk. They tried her on a ketosis diet, and it did some good, but it wore off after a year or so. So they finally, her mother got a hold of somebody with a plant with just CBD. CBDs do not get you high. They have no psychoactive effect. It would be hard for somebody to sell a plant full of CBDs because but there are health benefits. And she had it sent off and tested, and now Charlotte is around 5 or 6 during the documentary, and she takes 2 teaspoons or two dropperfuls, not whole droppers, but a day when she eats, and she's back to walking, talking, and being herself again. And she went from having 300 seizures a month, grand mal seizures, to having 3. So if that's not a testament to what medicinal marijuana can do, I don't know what is. So in 2012, it almost passed. It was 51% against, 49% for. So it'll be on the ballot in 2016. And I suggest you go home and do research on it. Don't believe what somebody tells you, because who knows what if they've done research, do your own research. There are many benefits that can come from it. And that's my speech. Thank you very much. And this is my audience. I'm short a couple people tonight. That's my fault. That is it. Thank you very much.